weigh-in today in that he was like just over 6 foot or just over 6'1" and like over 250 pounds. So he's like kind of built like an H-back or a fullback. You watch his film and he's a very, very good blocker. So he has that going for him that 90% of the tight end prospects today either have basically no experience blocking or they're just not very good at doing it. And he is a good blocker. So over the teams that want to keep their tight end attached to the line of scrimmage and play them in line and want to use them in the run game, Thaddeus Moss will be higher on those teams' boards than others. And this past year, when he kind of got that starting role in that offense with Joe Burrow, he didn't drop a pass all season. A lot of what he did was underneath stuff because you're right, not really explosive, not going to stretch the seam down the field. But to have that security blanket underneath on 3rd and short, that where teams aren't really sure when he's in line if they're going to run or they're going to pass, he can come out. He's got a pretty good catch radius and is going to come down with the football. I think a lot of teams will value that anywhere from the 4th or the 6th round. But it wouldn't surprise me because of his uniqueness as a blocker and those reliable hands if he ultimately outplays his draft position.
And do you have any last-minute thoughts regarding this draft before you start heading to Indianapolis later on this week?
Yeah, I'm kind of interested. I talked about Jeffrey Okudah from Ohio State at the cornerback spot. He's the consensus top guy. There is I would say a dozen cornerbacks after him that are in position to maybe move into the first round. If you look around mock drafts, or just position rankings, everyone seemingly has different number 2, number 3, number 4 going in the first round. Jeff Gladney from TCU is a name. A.J. Terrell from Clemson. Trevon Diggs from Alabama, the brother of Stephon Diggs of the Vikings. Bigger cornerback. Would be really interesting to see how fast he runs. Damon Arnett, the other cornerback from Ohio State. Jalen Johnson from Utah. Noah Igbenogany from Auburn. There's just so many names that kind of feel like, are they second rounders or are they first rounders? And nothing will be cemented at the combine. But like I said earlier, when these guys run, when they do the vertical, when they do the 3-cone, you can look back at other first round cornerbacks and say, okay, most of these corners run this time. They have this, measurement in the vertical and the broad, time this in the 3-cone. And then you can look to see over the weekend which cornerbacks hit those marks to kind of see that they increase their likelihood of going inside the top 32 picks. So the cornerback position, have Jeffrey Okudah, and then just a lot of haziness after that to see who's the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th cornerback off the board inside the first round.
All righty, sounds good. I mean, that was definitely a great analysis right there. And I just wanted to say have a safe trip to Indianapolis whenever you get there, because I don't know what town or city you're coming from to get there, but I just wanted to say safe travels to you, and then I know it's going to be a blast. So yeah, enjoy it, and can't wait to see how the results are going to go, and then hopefully I can get you on, shortly after that, or maybe around the draft time to see what we could talk about then.
All right, absolutely. Thanks for having me.